Hello, this is Manesh Patel from Ichimoku This is March 16, 2013. Welcome to our bi-weekly video analysis, Ichimoku analysis for the currency Forex market, where we're going to cover all the currencies out there. Okay, this is our normal disclaimer to state this is for educational use only. If you decide to take any trades, you're doing that at your own risk. All the charts today you're going to see are basically from TradeStation. Here are my contact details at info@eiicapital.com. You could also go to ichimokutrade.com to access any of our free videos, multiple time frame email alerts, and so forth. Also, I would encourage people to go to the blog that's there, which is takes you to ichimokuwebsite.com. You could basically see our trades of the week, which is based on our multiple time frame email alerts, and we cover pretty much all market instruments there. Also, you could call us at any of our office locations here. Okay, let's go straight to these charts, and let's go to currencies. Give me 1 sec. There's currencies. Okay, let's start from the very top, and let's go to Australian CAD here. You look at Australian CAD here, it looks like a bullish trend here in the daily time frame. However, it's still not breaking this resistance level at 657 here, and it really needs to do that and get above that. Notice we got to that level, we bounced off there, but this thing does have a potential of starting a trend to the upside, so keep a very good eye on this one to move forward. But it is holding its support, which it had broken, which is basically a 548. So to keep an eye on that one as a potential to the top side. Australian yen still going very strong, bullish trending on both the daily and weekly. So there's nothing really to talk about on there. Support on this one, a minor support is going to be about 96.21. Australian Switzy, really doing nothing right now. This looks like it started a trend here, but it really didn't. It kind of got to its resistance roughly about, let's just say it's about 9,900, which is its resistance there. Support on this one is going to be about 96.36, but this is basically in its new consolidation range, which pretty much is laid out by this here, which is there. Whoa, not there, right here, which is about roughly at 99, and then support right here. So this thing is gonna, well, that's the middle of the support. Let's just lay it to there, 94.53. So this thing's ranging on the long-term basis between those two levels. However, as this thing ranges more and more, this is starting to become more and more to the bearish side, because it's going to be popping out of the cloud to the bearish side. So unless this thing breaks the resistance at 98, 94, sooner or later, Switzy is going to get strong compared to Australian dollar. So I would be very cautious of that and keep an eye on that one. There's no trade right now, but there possibly can be. Australia, New Zealand looks like it was starting a trend to the bearish side. However, it never sat there and held its resistance at 24.86. It broke right through it. And so it's basically in a big consolidation pattern now. No real trend on this at all. Support on this one's going to be 24.86. Resistance right now, which it pretty much got to, is about 2,700. Australian USD, nothing really going on here. It's just ranging between 113 and 585. So nothing really to talk about there. CAD Switzy, really nothing to talk about here. This thing is consolidating and slowly trickling down. The Switzy is getting strong here too. It just came out of the cloud, so keep an eye on this one here. The hit a resistance level at 92.68. Support on this one, guys, is going to be about 90.50. It's ranging between those two, but this is tilted more towards the bear side, so keep an eye on that one. CAD Yen, still very strong here. Notice Australian Yen is very stronger than the CAD Yen right now if you look at the weekly time frame. So if you're doing any pairs trading, you could look at that. Switzy Yen, still very strong, trending. So nothing really to talk about there. All the yen pairs you're going to see are still trending very strong. They've had some minor pullbacks, but nothing much more than that. But nothing to sit there and enter new positions with. You could pretty much enter, existing positions and manage those, and also do little small positions on day trading time frames to enter on the little minor pullbacks that's been occurring. Euro Australian, here. It had a chance here to go up. It still hasn't done that. This thing's broken down here. This thing probably will break down now. Its resistance is going to be about 26.31. Support, which it pretty much got to, was about 2,500. If it breaks that, then this thing does have a tendency to kind of sit there and come lower and lower. If it can sit there and break the support at 2,200, this thing can go down to 1,800 again. So I'll keep a very good eye on this one, where this may start a trend in the long-term future. Euro CAD, really nothing going on here. It looks like it's trying to start a bullish trend, but this pullback here is taking too long. Major pullback on this one, the major support on this is going to be about 31.41, and resistance is going to be about 3,600. Euro Switzy, nothing really to talk about here. This is just one ugly chart. Resistance is 2,500. Support on this one's 2,100. Euro DKK was trending here to the bullish side. It's still in a trend mode. It's at a major support right now, which is basically about 4,500, let's just call it. And the resistance on this one, minor one, is going to be about 45.86. Euro Pound. Here you can see it trended up here to the top side, and here on the daily it's holding its support level, which is at 86.30, which is interesting. If it can sit there and hold that, then it's going to keep on going up. But I think this really needs time for a pullback. If it could pull back to about 85.40, that'd be a great level. If not there, then 83.68 would be the perfect level. Resistance on this one's going to be 80 and 100. Euro Yen, bullish trending just like all the yen trades. Nothing to talk about there. Euro Nux, it sat there and bounced off its resistance at 5,600. Support on this one's going to be about 48.94. This is not starting a bullish trend at all. It may look like that on the daily, but it's going to hit a lot of resistances going up. So I'll definitely try to find a better pair than that one. Euro New Zealand, really not doing anything at all. This is kind of boring currency now. Had a chance to break down, but never could sit there, break the support 5,600. Resistance is going to be 5,900. Euro SEK is trending to the downside here. It's trying to retest the low there. Resistance on this one's going to be about 43.64. The next one will be 48.63. Sorry. Yeah, 48.63 is the next one. Support on this one's going to be basically 3,000. Euro USD, nothing really going on here. I don't know why people think this one is trending, but it's not. It's at a minor support level right now, which it bounced off at 2,900. Resistance on this one's going to be basically about 31.85, but this really is not doing anything at all, and it just looks like it's getting ugly to maybe start a consolidation pattern in the future. Pound Australian is still going down. This is trending to the downside. Nothing really to talk about here. 46.13 is basically its minor resistance level there. Let's see if we can find a support. Nope, we can't find a support level. So this is bearish trending to the downside. So keep an eye on that one. If you're in it, that's great. If you're not, be very careful to add any positions on it right now. Pound Switzy just came out of the clouds. Sentiment's bearish here. However, this thing's got a long ways to go before it could sit there and start a trend. Really needs to pull back to about, I would say, about 48.84 if it can, but it may not. If it sits there and breaks the support level, minus support level, it's at 41.83. It's going to retest the lows of 4,000, and if it breaks 4,000, this thing can sit there and start tanking even more. So keep an eye on this one, but I prefer a pullback if we can. It's about 44.84 before I even look at this one. Pounds, yen, it's a little weak, you notice this, compared to all the yen pairs, but this is still bullish trending with just like all the other yen pairs. Pound New Zealand came basically, hit a major support right there, and sit there and holding that level right now, which is about 8,000. Resistance is going to be 84.65. It's got to sit there and hold this resistance in order for the bearish trend to continue, so keep an eye on that one. Pound USD is still going down very, very strong. Resistance on this one's going to be about 53.37 on this. New Zealand CAD, this is still bullish trending, believe it or not. A lot of people think due here to the couple of weeks here, it's bearish. It's not. This thing is still bullish Bullish trend on a weekly time frame. It's at a major support level, which is at 84.04. As long as it holds that, then this thing is going to be intact. And then the next major support is going to be 82.89, which it definitely has to hold in order for the bullish trend to continue. New Zealand Switzy, nothing really going on there. It's just ranging right now. And you see the top part of the range. I'll just lay out the bottom part, which is right there at 78.67 and 74.06. New Zealand Yen is bullish trending on both time frames. New Zealand USD basically bounced off a resistance at 84.70, and this is the hard one. Support is going to be 8,200, but this is just looking ugly. Had a chance to take off here, didn't do that. Now this thing looks like it's going to enter one big nasty consolidation pattern. Singapore yen still very strong. US CAD sitting there, popped out of the cloud here. It's doing a pullback right now. Minor pullback levels are going to be, I would say, about 86 is going to be a good level of pullback. If it could get to that level and then take off, that would be great. But we got to see exactly what happens. If it doesn't sit there and hold that support and then break this resistance here at 300, then this thing's going to enter a consolidation pattern, which is starting to look like it's trying to do already. US Switzy held its resistance at 95.50. Support on this one's going to be about 92.93. US DKK held its support of 5.44 and kind of went up to its resistance level. The true resistance is going to be around about 8,000. So we got to watch this, but it got up to about 7,500 and then kind of fell down. US Hong Kong looks like it's trying to start a trend, but not really. It's going to hit a lot of resistances moving forward. In fact, it's at a major resistance right now. Support would basically be 75.75. US yen still bullish trending on both the daily and weekly. Nothing to discuss. Actually, let me give you support list levels. Minor support is going to be 94.80. Major one's going to be about 93.78. US NOK. Nothing really going on there. Hit a major resistance at 8,000. Support on this one's going to be about 62.64. USD SEK bounced off its resistance support level 29.78. Resistance is going to be 54.35. And US Singapore basically bounced off its support level 2200 and trying to head to its resistance level, which minor one is 2500, major one's going to be about 2550. Okay, that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments, please email us. I'll speak to you in 2 weeks.